What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I know there's a lot of new people out here. We're finally over 300 subscribers, and that's just an awesome feeling. I want to get into another video, considering that this has like been my least productive summer of YouTube probably ever, and I've been growing the most, but that's besides the point. That's not the point of this video. So I made a video before pretty similar to this, and this was about 2-3 years ago. I think it'd be 3 years ago now. At the end of the school year, about freshman year. Now, I know school's starting back up. School's actually starting this Thursday for us. So, I figured I'd tell you guys what it's like if you're going into high school, what it's like, and kind of what to expect. And maybe if you're a sophomore going into upperclassmen, just, I'll give you the general rundown, because I am a senior. I'm going to be a senior. I know exactly what my classes are going to be like. And the perks about being a senior is that you basically know all the teachers you're going to get by the time you get there. So there's no real surprises. You kind of know how everything's going to play. So it's pretty cool. And that's why I'm not too nervous about getting back to school, not too anxious or anything. So this is kind of an off-the-ball commentary. I just happened to go through some of my old videos and saw that one. And I kind of want to go over some more things. I don't know what points I made, so some of these might be a little redundant. Might have been repeated if you ended up seeing that video. And I'll probably try to link the original video that I'm kind of referencing to at the end of this one in the outro screen. So, yeah, let's just get right into this. I'm going to start with freshmen. Obviously, freshmen, you're going to be nervous. Do not be afraid to say you're nervous, because you're going from 8th grade middle school to 9th grade high school. Now, the difference between elementary school and middle school isn't that much, honestly. It's not that big. The biggest difference is that you go to like different teachers for different classes, and you go to more teachers. At least my elementary school was like 4th and 5th grade. You went to different teachers for different classes, but you only had a total of like 4 different classes. Now, most people are on traditional schedule, 7 periods in a day, so you're going to have 7 classes. My school is on the block schedule, so if you're in my area going to, I'm not going to say it actually, but you know what I mean. I'm sure if you guys are in my area, you know who I am in person, so you know what school I'm talking about. But we're on a block schedule, so we only have 4 classes a day, but they're an hour and a half, David Hasselhoff, hour and a half long each. So they're a little bit more intimidating because of how long you have to stay there, but anyway, that's besides the point. Whichever schedule your high school will go after, it's going to be a little bit more intimidating than it was from the jump from elementary school to middle school, because most likely the school's going to be 10 times bigger, especially my school. My middle school, I think the kid count was maybe 300 in total, and that's not counting, that's like 6th through 8th grade, not the elementary school that was there. And now the student count at my high school is about 2,300, so there's a fair bit more people coming, more people here. But honestly, I'm going to tell you how to get through the year. I'm going to tell you what to expect a little bit with your classes, not too much. So, yeah, let's just get into it. First, I'll get into the classes. Your classes are not going to be as fun. They're going to feel pretty familiar with most of them, because freshmen get put into a lot of core classes, because the faster you get the core classes done, the more fun your later high school career is. I know a lot of people that actually went in their freshman year got a whole bunch of classes switched, so they had more electives other than core classes. Now, you might sound like a fun idea. It'll make your first 2 high school years fun, but those are not the ones that matter, because then you'll go your junior year and senior year doing all the core classes, and you'll be in a class with a whole bunch of freshmen and such. So, no one's a scene like that. It's really bad social status, so don't do that. Do your core classes. Ask your counselor what's the best setup. Basically, if you want to know the best setup, go up to your counselor and ask him, how can I graduate early? In the state of Iowa, I know it's different states. You can graduate a semester early as a senior. So, like, I need a half credit this year so I can graduate by December. I don't know if I will or not, but after that, what you got to do is buckle down and study. Now, honestly, take freshman year as a learning curve. You want to pick up the best study habits, the best work ethic, and if you don't know how, I'm not going to try and explain it to you because my work ethic works a little bit weird. You need to go find a teacher. Find one of those homey teachers, because there's always going to be those teachers, because high school teachers care a little bit more than before. Your previous grades, that's one thing you'll find more, is that they do have a little bit more empathy and a little bit more charismatic attitudes towards school, to where they will help you out. So find one of them that will help you build a work ethic, because the more you study your freshman year, the better you'll get at it. And then, especially if you're in a world language like Spanish 1, study the shit out of that. Trust me, I took Spanish 1 my freshman year, and I didn't take Spanish 2 and 3 till sophomore year, and I forgot all of it because I didn't study, and then when Spanish, like, 3 came around, I didn't know how to study. So definitely, school-wise, that's what you need to do. Learn how to study, stick with your core classes, do a few fun classes, of course, but stick with your core classes. Be on track or advance. Do not be behind. And then I'm going to tell you how to get through your first year. Your first year, you're going to find it's going to be a little intimidating, because unless you totally keep the same clique from middle school, which I don't recommend, by the way, because then you'll get really pissed off with them and annoyed with them, because they're going to change and they're going to go find their clique. Find as many new friends as possible. Make as many new friends as possible. You don't have to be totally friends with everybody, but if you're nice to everyone, you can find that group of friends that you want to be with. So once you do that, you just kind of mosey on through the year, and it gets pretty easy after that. Now, if you're going into the sophomore year, this is more for you in this part of this video. Now, the reason why freshman year was so long, that's kind of the most big year, the intimidating one besides senior year. So, yeah. Sophomore year, you know, of course, the same thing. Lower classmen is just kind of the same thing. You'll have a little bit more freedom with your classes, a little bit more electives. And just stick with your core classes, same thing. Be on track or be advanced. With your core classes. And of course, sign up for some fun classes. And now, junior year, here's an important one. Junior year is a very important year. You get put into physics, Gen Chem, and all these different classes. Now, I'm sad to say that I failed out of Gen Chem. Well, I didn't fail it. I passed it. I worked my fucking ass off to pass it. It was not easy, because I'm terrible at math, and at the same time I was in Spanish 4, and the way my brain works, I can't focus on 2 things like that. I could have passed it if they were like semester 1, semester 2, but they're both in the same semester. It was like first block, second block. It was crazy. So I couldn't do that, so I dropped second term, and I passed first term. I'm glad I did it. I never failed a class. But, you know, this is where the hard stuff's going to come in, but the issue was, it was so hard for me because I never picked up those study habits. I was talking about the freshman year portion. If I would have picked those up, those classes would have been pretty easy, because it's all about learning equations and memorizing stuff. So, yeah, that's really what came to bite me in the ass, was my lack of study habits. So, now, that's basically it. You know, junior year, you sign up for a lot more electives. Your core classes kind of more simmer down. You have about 3 of them that you really have to take that are semester long. So, like, Gen Chem, Physics, and probably a math course, depending on which style you're on. So yeah, basically that you just work your ass off. Don't fuck around, work your ass off. And I keep saying the F-bomb, I'm trying not to, but that's the truth. Senior year, I can't really help you, man. I'm sorry if you're a senior wanting to go into looking for some advice. I'm a senior, I'm going into senior year, so we're kind of going to ride this wave together. But I'm guessing it's going to be pretty similar. My classes are going to be a pretty nice workload. I want to go into cybersecurity as a job force. So I'm in one of those classes. That's going to be pretty cool. I'm going to be working in the engineering capstone class on FRC. That's going to be cool. And I'm also to get my core languages done. I have one math class to take. I don't have to take it, but I'd like to. It's Algebra 2. I suck at math, but I'm hoping this will at least hone in my skills a little bit. And I have to take a gym credit. And then, honestly, I need a half credit. I could just have to take a gym credit this year and I could graduate. But I want to stock up on all these different classes. So, guys, I know this is a little bit more of a long-winded commentary, and I hope it helped out. And maybe it would have eased some anxiety you might have had going into high school. Because I remember in my 8th grade summer, you know, going into freshman year, my heart starting to pound every day by August because of how nervous I was for high school. I was nervous to be on a bus because I'd never been on a bus before. Wait, yeah, I have. I lied. But, like, with that many other people that I didn't know, because, you know, when I went to school, and I live in a small town, and so when everybody moved out of the elementary school, we all kind of went to the same middle school. Now, this is where everybody splits. You get to meet a lot of new people. Now, honestly, I love meeting new people now. I used to have extreme social anxiety, but high school has really taught me how to talk to people. And that's one thing, too, to take away from this. Talk to people, make friends, and you'll have a good life. Trust me, it's not that bad. Make sure you just keep focused on your schoolwork. And yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. Hopefully I put you guys at ease if you're a little nervous or you're just getting more pumped for it. Because honestly, I'm kind of hyped for school to start. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this, leave a like. Leave it down in the comment section down below what you thought. Maybe some points I didn't touch on, to where if you guys make a good enough argument, or I wouldn't say an argument, just bring up a good enough point, I might make a follow-up video of this. So I can actually, you know, do a proper video and get, you know, the points that were needed, because I might have missed a few. Well, I definitely missed a few because I didn't go too in depth because I was trying to hit at least every grade a little bit, and my computer just fell asleep. Couldn't press the stop button. Alright guys, I hope you all have a good one. I'll catch you later.
Hey, young homie, what you tripping on? Looking at life like, how did I get it wrong? Life's too short, gotta live it on. To my brothers and sisters.